Shepnaz Podcast begins now.
Welcome to the Shepnaz Podcast. I'm Joe, and I'm your host today, and I am pleased to have with me our new head of schools, Jacob Bush, and we are talking about something that's actually happening on the day as we're releasing this episode. This is a monumental moment, so welcome in, Jacob.
Thank you very much. Good to be here, Joe.
It is monumental that you're here, but what I really meant was I was talking about moving into the school.
Yes, that's where I was going to.
Yeah, that too. So, how's summer been?
Summer's been great. It has been pretty busy for my family moving in July and finding a new house and all of that. So Rachel's at home unpacking, which is great. But that has led us to today's event, which is unpacking here at the school, and a lot of wonderful elements that the Lord put together from bringing the idea and the vision of making the school larger and growing our ministry has come to fruition. So today's the day.
Yeah, and you've kind of like we're coming in at the last mile, and you get to take it over. You know, like when I go on vacation, maybe maybe you can relate to this experience where you've been driving for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And then your wife looks over and says, "Hey, you want me to take a turn?" And like, you know what? I got 2 more hours to go. I think could just knock it out.
Yeah.
But you took the driver's seat, the last couple hours of the trip. And so now we're pulling in.
Yeah.
And this is pretty exciting.
It is wonderfully exciting. I've had the opportunity to walk through the spaces, and we've prayed over those spaces. We're excited to fill them with our students and our teachers, and for learning to happen and ministry to happen. Again, a long road to get here. I know they just broke ground in January, right? Mm-hmm. And that's right when we were deciding whether or not we were being called to shepherd, and Pastor Rob was sending me pictures. And to be totally honest, I had some reservations. I was like, man, building a building that size, that's got to take like a year. And so I know there's been a lot of prayers, and the Lord has certainly blessed the efforts. And Mr. Fluhart kept me posted often about how things were going. But today's the day. And not to say that I wasn't a believer, but I showed up 3 weeks ago, and I saw the state we were in, and I was like, wow, they're really going to get this done.
This is actually going to happen.
Yeah. So it was good that I got to be here and see it.
Yeah.
That helped me out a lot. But to have it be at this point ready to go for the year, I think is going to be a wonderful blessing for our families, and it's going to pave the way for the next bit of vision that's going to happen here at Shepherd as well. So yeah, I'm super excited about getting in there. I know the teachers who are getting new classrooms are super excited too. They've got a lot to do in their classrooms, and we've only got a few short weeks left. So we still have more work to do, but I'm glad the bulk of that work is done.
Yeah.
So.
And we didn't abandon improvements on the existing building. So even those that don't get to move into new classrooms, they're seeing new paint on the wall and new flooring. So some exciting updates with that as well.
We walked in yesterday, and I don't remember who I was with, but we walked in and they said, "It smells brand new in here." And we were walking into the existing portion of the building, and they had done a beautiful job with the floors. Like you said, the paint is all refreshed. We were with the new teachers. We have 4 new teachers who joined our staff, and I believe that was their comment. Yeah. I'm like, wow, this is really great.
It feels like the whole building's brand new.
Yeah. So that was a wonderful blessing too.
We've definitely had a lot. If you haven't been paying attention, we expanded the school, and in process of that, last spring we opened up a new playground down in the field, and in the meantime, have also put up a new pavilion. We're learning how to manage keeping geese out of it, but I think we have a solution in place. But like, there's been a lot of great things happening kind of to the physical facilities, and it's been evidence of God blessing as we move along the way. But also, if you could speak a little bit to what are you seeing as far as enrollment and teachers and things like that?
Well, firstly, I know how to keep the geese away. Pastor Rob drives his Jeep around and chases them. He told me that he was doing that.
That is one of the methods.
But as far as teaching staff and filling out our staff, the Lord brought us all the folks we need. So we have a full staff this year. And wonderful new folks that we got to meet on Monday of this past week and got to share our vision and passion. And I believe that they are ready, willing to dive in to the classrooms and teach our kids, and they're excited to do that. They're brand new to Shepherd. I don't believe any of them attend church here specifically, but they've heard about us, and now they're being drawn in. And I shared this morning to Mike and to Pastor Kevin. They were asking, hey, what does enrollment look like? Pastor Kevin asked specifically, and I said, well, we're at 366. And I ended up telling Mike that on a video call, and he was like, what? So I know we had projections for about 340 students, and the Lord's blessed us in that fashion too. That was the first update they'd had gotten in a little bit. But we're really excited about that too. The Lord's moving in wonderful ways. He's drawing people here to Shepherd because I believe the ministry we're doing is effective. And we don't even have kids here yet. So come the first day of school, we'll see what that full number is. But we have kids waiting as well in our admissions queue, and hopefully are going to be here with us too in the next couple weeks. So,
well, speaking of kind of getting to know the kids and the parents and the teachers, there's a couple events that you've got planned coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about those events and what times they are and that kind of thing?
Yeah. So as we were developing a theme for this year, we went with one team and one mission. So we love the mission of Shepherd. Family and God are the central part of that. And then we're here to nurture our families and our staff and the community. But we want to do that physically, socially, academically, and spiritually. And all of that built into events that will bring our families together and build community. So I had now this is past, but I got to sit with the Parent-Teacher Fellowship this past week and got to meet 10 or 15 families or so, and that was wonderful. So now I get to see that on like a 300% more scale.
Yeah.
Where we have our events on the 18th and 19th that are our back-to-school nights. We're calling that our SCS Family Huddle, and kind of has that team theme. But we want to come together. And what happens in a huddle? We talk about what is our plan for the year? How are we going to execute our school year? And what is that going to look like? And our parents will have the opportunity to do that. We have some great activities for them on both of those evenings. I know our pastoral staff will be present. We have a great opening ceremony, if you will, to the school year. And I think it's going to honor what our mission is. And that's through praise and worship and hearing about how this partnership with families really does build their spiritual lives as well. And, there isn't really a progression, what's more important in those four things that we're nurturing, but as part of a ministry, we're really focused on making sure that our parents know who we are. And that's going to be a great opportunity to do that. And then meeting our teachers. I know that was one of my greatest joys when I was walking in the classroom as a kid. And I remember walking in and meeting my kindergarten teacher, and her name was Mrs. Workman. And now, maybe not the reason I remember her is probably good, but I was writing my name for her, and I put a top on my J, because my name's Jacob, put a top on my J. And she's like, no, Jacob, we don't do that. And I said, oh, but she was a wonderful lady. And kindergarten was a really long time ago now, but she had a wonderful smile, and she gave me a hope that, hey, I'm going into this new adventure, and she was going to be a great mentor and a great part of my life. And that ended up being the case. So, and true of all of my teachers, but that's one that I'm fond of because that's kind of our starting point.
Sure.
And so we want this to be an opportunity where our kids feel welcome and they're excited to be with us. And our teachers are excited to have those kids in their classroom. I know they are. I've seen that look on their faces often.
Well, and you know, that's one of the things that is so great about the atmosphere here at SCS is that there's a lot of other education environments where it's very challenging. It's not upbeat. It is just difficult to get through the day, and teachers are like wondering what their career choices were. But you just see it when you're walking up and down the halls here that people are here for the right reason. They're excited about being involved in these kids' lives. They want to help educate them, and not just academically, but from a Christian worldview, and really, fulfilling our mission to help them as students and also our parents to like, what does your next step toward Jesus look like, and really pushing them in that direction. Not like I will push you from behind, but I want to walk alongside you as you take those next steps. Specifically today, we kind of alluded to it at the top, but if you're listening to this, and you're like, wow, this sounds so exciting. Well, we're going to get you involved right now. All right. There's
5 o'clock.
There's something you can do. So as you're hearing this on Thursday, what is going on this evening at SCS?
So we have hoarded is probably the wrong word, but that's probably what it feels like. We have furniture, we have curriculum, any number of items that make our classrooms function are waiting to be moved into the place where they're going to live. And so at 5 o'clock, we are commencing our move-in day, if you will. And I know our teachers are excited to see that happen, but they also can't carry all of that furniture themselves. So many hands make light work, right? That's what my mother told me. And I've heard it any number of times, but it really is true. So if you're available and you can come out and you can exercise those biceps a little, come out and do that. You can skip the gym and come and visit us.
Exactly.
That would be wonderful. Pastor Rob was telling a story that there was some tear out day where we were taking things out of the church ready to remodel, and people started showing up, and they got done in an hour and a half. And then people kept showing up, and he was like, the work is done. I loved his story because I was really hoping maybe you'll show up at 5 o'clock and the work will be done. I don't know. But we want you to come. We want you to help. Our team is ready to get in there and make it all come together, and I think that will give us great hope for the school year to start on time, ready to go. Our teachers will have plenty of time in their classrooms, but we can't do that alone, so we need that help.
Very exciting, and it's been a fun run all along, seeing how this has gone from a vision to reality, and all along the way there have been road signs to let us know God was encouraging, take the next step, take the next step. Even as much as some of the equipment and everything that we now have available to us was donated to us from another school that wasn't going to be using that equipment anymore. Yeah. And like thousands of dollars that would have otherwise had to been spent to fill these rooms up, God just provided. And he's just done it in miraculous ways. Yeah.
Well, and being good stewards is high on my list of priorities. So sitting in finance meetings and understanding, this building has an incredible cost, but God's provided every step of the way for that. And I'm excited about the next journey to help pay for those things. But but I think we do have the right heart position, which is God's the owner of all. And he provided the means to make this happen. We didn't do that. And he used any number of people, any number of ways, like you're saying, the equipment and making all of that happen. If you sit back and don't see God that might be an issue.
Well, and this alone, this fact, if you're on the fence wondering, is it really just God? Well, we actually saw the construction get done in time and under budget. So,
yes.
I mean, if that's not God, I don't know what kind of proof you want.
Yeah.
But certainly some exciting things coming up. Just remember, on August 18th and 19th, you can be involved. It's not just an SES thing. We'd love to have Shepherd Church out there greeting and welcoming parents and families. And tonight, 5 o'clock, be there. You want to be there as early as possible because maybe the work will be done by 7. Who knows? You can also check out everything that's going on in the church by going to shepnaz.org. We also encourage you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. For Jacob, I'm Joe. Have a great day. This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.